this is Dr. Bill Janishek. I want to take just a quick time out here for you and talk about car accidents. It's one of the things that chiropractors always have: headache, neck pain, back pain, car accidents. So a couple of weeks ago, we just had an influx of auto accident stuff. We have a diplomat's degree in treating auto accidents. It's kind of special, but beyond that, we know what we're talking about. But I wanted to let you guys know a little bit something about what's going on, because there was a couple patients, let me get over here, and they were talking, they go, well, I don't feel too bad, but so why this long treatment plan? I mean, generally a typical case can last anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4, sometimes even 6 months. But there's a reason, because when you're in a car accident and you have all this soft tissue injury, it can take a long time to start to heal. So come on here, let me show you. So when you have a soft tissue or something that's torn, your head goes forward and it goes back in a violent motion like that, what happens is there's several stages of healing that happens. The acute stage that happens in the first 3 days. The tissue is torn and it looks like this. And it causes that stiffness and that pain, you know, oh, I can't move. It just, you can't turn your head. It's hard to do anything by yourself. Lots of pain. After those 3 days, we start to get into the repair phase. That's when the inflammation. By the way, inflammation is a good thing for you on acute injuries, because that's how we heal tissues. The first phase of healing is inflammation. What you don't want is long-term inflammation. So what we start in this repair stage can last up to from 6 weeks all the way up to 6 months going on here. Now this is where people get in trouble, is the pain generally will go away relatively soon. The damage that's done, so you have a tear, but it heals kind of like that, kind of mismatched like this, so it doesn't move as well. Well, you feel pretty good. You go, well, that wasn't such a bad car accident anyways. So you go back to sitting all day or lifting weights or jogging or whatever your activities are. Well, the load on the muscles, this stuff over here is weaker than it was before. So what happens is a lot of times people will re-injure that. And they can kind of continue this thing over and over and over, and we can never get a good heal. So you never get that strong back. So you never were like the person that you were before the accident, because you've got to follow through with that. And this is where the treatment plan comes in. When I'll start to align the tissues with adjustments and therapies and the proper exercises, then we get to move down into the remodeling stage. And yeah, it can last up into a year. Tensile strength of ligaments. And ligaments hold bones to bones. Tendons hold muscles to bones. But the ligaments hold bones to bones. And it takes up to a year to pull back about 90% of the tensile strength, which just means to get it back to the strength it was before. And if you start loading and you start doing all the work that you thought you could do before on that damaged tissue, you always end up going back here and you start those re-injuring. You know, you ever have that thing after you bend over and you go, I didn't do anything, I just bent over to pick up a can of tuna, and then your back goes out of nowhere. Well, normal healthy spines don't come flying apart because you pick up the tuna or you pick up the chihuahua or you pet the cat or whatever. But this is the importance of making sure that you're healing properly, because if you don't heal properly, you're going to relive that same injury over and over. And this is where a lot of cases that could be taken care of, they just keep on, you're in this vicious cycle. You wait until it starts to feel better, you go back to do what you can, and then you re-injure it. And this is where some people will call their injuries permanent, and they're really not. You're just being impatient. So this is Dr. Bill Janishek, and if you've been in a car accident, get to a chiropractor that knows what you're talking. Call me if you're in my area. If not, call me and I'll get you a referral to somebody in your area. But just get it done. And make sure you listen to your doctor, not strictly your body, especially when it comes to big injuries like this, because you don't want to live permanently with something that could have been fixed. All right. Thanks a lot.